Good afternoon out there. Welcome to Ray's Garage. Shout out to Super Dave out there. Looking forward to our August the 13th live out there. We'll have to post. We want to make sure we put on it what the time and whether it's Central Standard Time or Eastern Standard. Sometimes if you don't put that on there, we miss a lot of people. Might want to come up or come out and listen and participate. You're all welcome to come on over there. Super Dave, Millstown's best. We'll get together. He just got through celebrating a birthday, by the way. Had himself a little bash. I missed the bash. I had some other things to take care of that night. But looking forward to our live online. Yeah, I don't know what kind of surprises we'll have. Dave is going to have the agenda and ask the questions, and if I haven't went into too much senility between now and then, maybe I'll be able to answer a few questions or whatever he throws at me. Okay, what else? Oh, you know, two leaves in a pod, is that it? Anyway, I watched something last night that was pretty good. And I'll put it in the description down below so that you guys can go over there and pay a visit. It was an enlightening visit, to say the least. And I stayed on there until pretty late at night. I think it was close to midnight before I succumbed to the sleepiness. I have a habit of sleeping at night. I don't know why. It was so interesting I could have stayed up all night, I suppose. But I don't know. Old age catches up quick. And the longer you stay up, the older you feel. But I put on my bright shirt today. Wake me right up. Makes your eyeballs kind of squint, and you need sunglasses to look more than once. Okay, now what else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, let's see. Oh, I noticed the subject of the night was one of our old fair-haired boys from Florida area, and there was a lot of debunking going on, backed up with receipts and quite a few videos. And that kind of, like I say, it was interesting. And yeah, not bad. But I'll leave it down below and I'll let you guys look at it yourself. I won't just do a lot of description on here. We all know who probably got talked about. You know, a while back I said that guy was drawing a lot of laughter, and oh my goodness. More and more, as I've been on a couple of live shows, I'm seeing it. And it seems like his name comes up and people just can't help it, but I've never seen so many people laugh at pure drama. Usually they're crying or getting mad about something. Now it's more like a comedy act. And everybody is trying to say the words before they're said. He is so predictable that it's like a script that was written and then just copied 1,000,000 times over. Maybe only 170-some-thousand times over. I don't know. But I was rolling in laughter for a while on different aspects of listening to that show last night. That was pretty good. The moderator does a heck of a job. I commend her. She's right on top of things. There's two of them on there, and they play off each other, and as far as keeping a subject running and going, and then the chat was just a running, and like I say, it just well done. So shout out to you. I'll be back for more of that. It reminds me that a lot of those followers, now You won't believe it. This morning, well, no, it wasn't. A little bit ago, anyway. Somebody come on my channel and gave me a compliment, and I looked at it and I didn't recognize who it was, and it says Auctions something or other, Otter Creek. So I thought, what the heck? I've never heard of any auction companies out there in Otter Creek. And then I forgot, this guy, he got his license not too long ago. He's the one that turned in Gapo for not having an auctioneer's license. But anyway, I don't know if it's really him or not, but there was only a couple of subs on there and no content. And I thought, because I try to look at stuff. But it's pretty apparent, even though it was a compliment, I think the guy was either our fair-haired boy himself or one of his minions that came on there. And obviously there was no name, backing it up. It didn't surprise me much because apparently everybody, or not everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, that's too broad a term, but quite a few have been getting visits from him, and some of them have been taken off from one list and put on a different list. If they say something negative or derogatory or positive about somebody else that's on his list, he seems to play with it. He loves playing with lists, and he talks about it, and that's okay. He's just full of it sometimes. You got to love the rhetoric. You just gotta. And but one thing I noticed, there was a live show the other day that he put on there. He's got a pretty nice partner. I got to pat her on the back. But I don't know what happened before when they've paired up and they're talking about things, and she'll every once in a while she'll roll her eyes, or she has expression on her face that you can. It's like playing poker with somebody that never played before. Her face shows what she's thinking about. And that show there, her eyes were wide open, not blinking, and expressionless. And I don't know if I've ever seen her on a live show that way. She's always been upbeat. She's always had this very friendly charisma about her, but she didn't. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe she didn't feel good, or it's just hard to tell. I know that apparently, or she's said different times about some problems. I don't know if she's treated for thyroid stuff or what it is, or anyway, whatever she was talking about. I don't know anything about her medical background. You'd have to go and watch some of her talks on there to get that end of it. I've never been that interested in somebody's background as far as physical ailments or anything like that. But like I say, I hope she's okay. I don't want to, I can't imagine. She was talking a little bit, but not a whole lot. But, if you're around Jeremy, he's not a listener. He's a talker. And he's a BSer for sure. And he was just full of it. And I know Gapo, he was on there, and he answered, they like to call things receipts. If you have proof about something one way or the other, they hold their little phone up there. And our fair-haired boy there in Otter Creek, he was talking about this guy challenging him. So Gapo, he gets his out there, and he's got the whole conversation. He just goes through it. He's not afraid to show you the conversation. He shows you everything before and after. What the heck? He's an honest guy. What do you expect? He's a nice young man. And, oh man, the innuendos that were going back and forth from, mainly from Jeremy, and Gapo's trying to return the shot, but not in a dirty manner or calling people names and things like that. No, he was just saying, "Here it is. I got the. There it is." You know. And he showed a couple of screenshots and stuff, and it's like, man, if you don't have the two videos side by side, you would think that Goppo was the worst guy in the world. But when you put them side by side, oh, that's a different story. And it's all kind of like I said before, it's easy to make a mountain out of a molehill, and some people are better at it than others. Without going into too much detail, all of you guys, you've seen how it is, and you've looked at it, and you have to make up your own mind. That's one thing. Let me get rid of this. Those earphones drive me nuts. It gives me too much, not feedback, but it's, I don't know. When you capture all the sound, it just drives you batty. But anyway, like I say, the one is more upbeat than the other one. And all you guys out there that told me I got to do better research on everybody, and I'm trying. Boy, I really look at things and I compare it. And, here was a guy named Vandy or something like that. He took some screenshots out there, the auction. And you know what? It was surprising. The fair-haired boy would have you think that the other guy was a complete jerk, but it seems the reverse may have been true. Boy, it'd be hard to bend in Goppo's shoes with that. Yo-Yo following him around like a little puppy dog, trying to get him to fight. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a show. But things like that happen. People lose their tempers, and sometimes their true light shows up. Only the Lord knows the true, what a person is inside. It's easy enough for to say we think we know what they are, but we really don't. We just look and observe. And we can't help it if they make fools of themselves. They just do. In this instance, wow. I guess, listen, if you see it, well, you see it. You don't unsee it, that's for sure. And you have the other side there saying, well, they really didn't happen that way. But when you're looking at it, you're thinking, what is that guy talking about? Those videos don't look like that. The videos look more like what that young man was talking about. Could he be right? I mean, he's kind of a young guy. And oh yeah, we did see the little bit of interaction there. I guess young fella, his ex was there taking photos for the old guy. The old guy's younger than I am. It's kind of nice to be able to say the old guy when you're comparing two people. I don't know. Sometimes I think that being old is, we all know it's a matter of perspective, right? So if there's somebody older than you, you can call them the old guy. And somebody younger than you, if you're the old guy, you can say, well, they're a bunch of kids. Some of them act more like babies, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just having a little bit of fun here. Giving you my opinion of how I feel about it. What I really feel sorry for is, I looked on there, and there's a caption up there about, says, neighbors stalking me too. And I was like, what the heck? Well, here it was showing over there at that turtle place. It looked like some young fellow was taking pictures. So I'm thinking, what? Okay. Well, I'm thinking, how many times have this fair-haired guy and his friends drove by there nice and slow and took pictures of the turtle place? And so they take a few pictures back and they're stalking. Wait a minute now, is that the kettle calling the frying pan black, or the pan calling the kettle black? Come on. They're on their own property taking pictures? And you spent all this time driving past their house so you could take pictures. They're in their own yard taking pictures. My goodness. That you call that stalking. They're in their yard taking pictures and they're stalking you. Well, you know, that's a new one on me. That's a real new one on me. I guess that's a play in the words, isn't it? Why, I don't know why they didn't just say, look, those people over there, they're taking pictures of us. But no, you got to add stalking in it. That way it's got some issue to it. It makes a fine title that brings people in. They're going to listen. It takes a mastermind to do that. I'm disappointed in who did it, but I got an idea. He might have been coached a little bit. What do you think? Let me know. Go ahead. I can't believe whoever that was. I suspect it was Fair-haired Boy, though, commented on my channel today. Oh, they must think I'm pretty foolish to get in there. I think he just wanted on there to see how many people would comment on his comment, and his comment was not negative in any way, I want to tell you. But for safety's sake, and that only for the safety's sake of my subscribers, it's not on there for review. I just didn't want to leave it up because I don't want somebody to make a remark on there and have him come back on for some reason. If you don't trust it, you're better off to be on the safe side. So, and other people have said something about him coming on their channels, and I noticed on that live last night, it looked like somebody, either him or somebody else, was visiting from time to time. You can kind of tell by comments. Some people think they're so slick. And they're obvious, but that's okay. What else should we talk about? I mean, I guess I'm in a pretty good mood today, mainly because a lot of the things that I had said earlier on were kind of brought out a little more into the broad daylight, even though it was nighttime talking about it. A couple of channels are catching on, and I know when I said that, more and more people that were subbing to this guy are out there laughing right now at him. And I know I'd made a comment that, you know, the people, they really like the people that work for this guy. They really, and that was brought out a lot last night. And I noticed some other channels have said the same thing. They seem to see more and more that they don't think this guy could stand on his own, that without those people shining a bright light, he would look pretty bad because he has a hard time talking about positive things. And if you notice, people that can't talk positive have a cloud over their head, and it follows them no matter where they go. And a lot of people told me, well, you know, he don't have any problem back there in that other state where he came from, and actually he did, and he does, and he will. He has trouble not making things bigger than they are. You know, his eyes get big, and he does all kinds of stuff. Anyway, it was a fruitful day, and a very fruitful evening. And those people out there, shout out to Gapo and Super Dave and Two Lees in a Pod. I mean, all of you have some good things out there. And I want to thank some of the people that came over and left some positive comments for me. And also, especially those of you who came over from Fair-haired Boy's channel and let me in on some inside information and sent me in the right direction for looking at stuff. Oh, by the way, shout out Gator Man down there. You're quite a guy, and I'm glad you were on the channel the other day. Not my channel; it was another channel he was on. And a lot of inside information. You're pretty articulate and very intelligent. And it seems like everybody that this fair-haired guy is, not the alligator man, but this other fair-haired guy, rubs shoulders with, somehow he leaves some sort of a smell on him. There was comments about his apparel. Let's see. I hate to make comments like that. I wonder if they had to have they need an account for this guy so he can have a wash machine at home, I guess. From the way they were talking, it don't sound like maybe I don't know if he's got a wash machine and dryer and stuff like that, but they said that you really don't want to get close to him. Something about gray shorts and a shirt, and they were talking about a Harley vest too, I guess somebody was, but and they made comments about that vest. You'll have to listen to the show. Two Lees in a pod. Yeah. I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much. A lot of times I get an intuition about somebody when I meet them or hear them or watch them over a period of time. And I'm not always right about them. Matter of fact, it's pretty easy to misjudge somebody because some are better than others at hiding behind a facade. They have this little, like a mask on. But this guy, he takes his mask off all the time and tells you like it is. This fair-haired boy don't want to keep his mouth shut. But he's got to the point where he figures he's so big that no matter what he does, he's going to get away with. I mean, think about it. In the last 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, he's talked about judgments, Sheriff's Department. Before that, he talked about levy supervisors. I mean, when does it stop? If all these people that you have to work with, if you want to live in a place, if they're bad, like this guy says, what kind of help is he ever going to get? I mean, do you just keep on battering people like that, or do you try to be nice to people and get them to help you with a little bit of sugar? Or would you rather beat them over the head with a tin can or whip them with a whip? Now, preferably, they make better friends than they do enemies because overwhelmingly they have the power in the county there. And they have friends in the state, not just the county. Oh, yeah. Of course, if you go through enough lawyers, you're going to get some that'll help you out. I notice that they seem more and more to get their own little accounts out there. I'm glad you're teaching them right. Well, that's about it for today. Like I say, I had a visit there today, and I thought maybe I'd come on here and let you know. And to all you guys out there that have accounts, be careful. Some of these people, they can be vicious. And some of them had explained to me how they were knocked off his channel because they had complimented somebody that he didn't like for some reason or another. And if he doesn't have your full attention and your full, if he can't rule you, you're not welcome to him, I guess. That's my opinion. I mean, from what I've heard and what they've told me, and when I say they, a lot of them are former people following this guy. And I thought all along, some of them, they can only stand it so long and it gets to them. It did surprise me about how many people started laughing about it, and then they were making fun of his attire, what he wears. I feel bad about it. I don't make fun of him that way. I'm just telling you what somebody else did, and I went back and looked, and I got to admit it don't look great now. I've got pocket T-shirts, And, I keep them. Mine are fairly new. I buy, I don't know, about anywhere from a dozen to, say, 18 at a time. I buy them in packs of 6. I just order them online and get them. Some of them are Hanes and some of them are Fruit of the Loom or something like that. Pocket tees. And I can order them, and 3 days later I've got them here at my door. None of mine are wore out. When they get to a certain spot, I tear them up and make rags or whatever out of them. My dog loves it when I tie them up and put knots on them and throw them out there. He uses them like a toy. He likes to fight with them and stuff like that. But and I've got several pairs of shorts that I wear in the summertime. I don't have to wear the same pair over and over and over. And I've got some that are really stretchy, so that if I'm doing work on a car or something like that, I don't have to worry about being too restrictive. And my shoes, I've got, 3 or 4 pairs of tennis shoes I haven't even put on yet. But I buy multiple shoes, and then I've got them so I don't have to jump back and forth to the store. I've got Red Wing boots. They do last a long time, and I keep them all oiled up and stuff so that they look decent. Problem is that a normal boot I'll wear out in 6 or 7 months or 8 months, and Red Wings will last me anywhere from a year and a half to, say, 2.5 years. I wear the soles out. I don't wear the shoe itself. Most of the time it's because I'm either dragging my feet a little bit or just the weight sometimes. Most shoes I think are made for people under 200. I'm assuming. I know that a lot of people get more miles than I do out of them. But if my attire ever gets to the point like what the descriptions was, see, I never paid that much attention to what that guy was wearing until the word got out yesterday about the people that had to work with him. He'd come on his channel and said something about all the collabs didn't work out for him. I know why now. For one thing, he goes on here and gripes about them. How could it work out? And how could anybody trust him I'm wondering what's going to happen to those 2 young people that are working for him in another state. I mean, the day's got to come where they're going to have a disagreement of some kind. I mean, it looked like up front he was trying to take over the youngin' there. Oh, man. I don't know. Some people, they take a lot for granted, don't they? But, hey, that's them. We don't have to be like that. Well, I'm going to get off from here. It's time. It's almost a half hour on this darn thing, talking a little bit. Just thought I'd let you know somebody tried to come on my channel and pretend they were somebody else. And the fact that I went and looked at a couple channels yesterday and last night, following the orders of some of the people out there that said, hey, you got to look at this or look at that. Kind of fun. If I could find the one on the 2 P's or 2 Lees in a pod on there, most of you know who it is, I think, but you need to go over there and sub to their channel. They have a lot of information. Their show is pretty long, and I think they're on there a couple times live a week. I've followed them a little bit here and there. Obviously, late at night, I have a hard time because, my wife and I will sit there and have a little bit of TV time, and then within a half hour after that, all of a sudden it goes down. You get kind of sleepy and tired. And once in a while, I'll stay up because something got me going on the tube, but most of the time, I follow in pretty quick and call it a night. And then our pets get us up in the morning when they're hungry. And then we get hungry. But anyway, trying to fit in somebody else's lifestyle sometimes don't work for you because you're You have different hours of operation. Okay, that's it. All of you have a good day. Hope the Lord blesses you. And hope you all can smile. Get rid of all that hate. I mean, I don't hate these people either. You know, if our fair-haired boy wanted to come on and say something, he don't have to disguise it as another channel. And neither do the people that follow him. And maybe, you know, and I don't know this, but maybe some of them that follow him use a different channel so that they can come on and interact on mine. That could be. I do know this, and maybe you've noticed it, when, or at least lately, the last 6 months or so, when this guy is in another state operating, and that gal of his is still at the home place, and she's interfacing with people. She's smiling and carrying on and talking and very happy. Her eyes are shining. But boy, this that live the other night kind of surprised me. And I sure hope she's okay. And boy, like I say, it worried me a little bit. I don't wish any problems on her. I think she's a pretty nice gal. And well, I hope you feel better. I'd give you a shout out, but I don't want to mess your name up, or you know, I don't know. I really don't know what name you want to be called by, quite frankly. But I think basically you're a real good person. I hope that you don't have something medical or a problem that way. But it seems like something's come over you in the last few months or 6 months. Although I have to admit, when you're around the people you're working with down there, you seem so happy. But you didn't look as happy when you're on this live stream. And I don't know if the live stream is starting to maybe get to you. You may have to take a vacation or something from it. I know certain things can get stressful. And I could see it looked like stress there. But best wishes for you. And may the Lord help you feel better and smile a little bit. And because I know you got it in you. I know you got a better heart than what I've seen on there. So you have a great day. All my subs out there, thanks so much for coming in and listening. You're a great group. I want to tell you, I looked at Jiva's channel out there, and his people are all so upbeat. And Jiva says, when you get on there, it's a fresh as spring air. What a difference. You know, even in his subs, I haven't got one of them, I don't think, that's come over and said a hateful thing to me. Why is that? I mean, oh my. There's a couple others out there. Nobody from Pirates channels come over and raised hell with me. Oh my goodness. I don't think any Gapos has done that either. I only have one channel out there that hates me. And I just give my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion, don't they? I mean, I've given mine out about different people out there. Wow. This is the first time, though, I took a shot at those people across from. Whew, I can't believe that headline. The neighbors are stalking me. There's a picture of a young guy with a camera taking pictures of the conglomeration across the road. And I'm not talking that the turtle sanctuary was a conglomeration. I'm talking about across the road from them guys. The turtle sanctuary is getting accused of stalking. Woo. Woo. Oh well. Judge for yourself out there. With that, Auf Wiedersehen, everybody. Goodbye.